Hi everybody, it's Robbie from Southern California, and I'm out here having coffee. And I'm looking at my watermelon. Ay, 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 look at it. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Gary said he'll build me a trellis. I've got that thing I bought at the thrift store. I think it's a camper thing. You put your camper hose in there and it protects it. I don't know. Got it like a couple bucks once. Thought I'll use it for something. Well, that's holding up that side. I have 4 plants in that tote. So we'll have to see. They are growing so fast. And here's what's interesting. This is purple mustard. And I thought at first there was something wrong with it because, well, it's not purple. The other ones were really purple. See the streaks? But it's not the actual purple mustard seeds that I bought. What that is the seeds that fell in there from the mother plant. So it could have hybridized, or the seeds that were sent to me, they were collected off of purple mustard, and they're right, but they might have hybridized again through pollination, and so they might have had green in the area, but the ones that they sent me, okay, I'm getting too technical. I've had this with squash. Look at the watermelon there. So I think they're perfectly fine. They taste great, but they're not purple. So somewhere along the line, I don't have any green mustard growing here, but I did have bok choy. So I don't know if it could have hybridized with something else, and now I've got green mustard, but that's all right. Let's walk over what I wanted to do today really quick. Kind of just a quick morning vlog. All right, look at our weather. It didn't rain, not today, but it's really on the cool side. I'm going to say right now it's about 70 degrees, and it's early in the morning, and it probably won't get much over 80, if that. I'm going to get the soil out of there because a lot of you came in and told me all the different things I can do with it, and you were all right. Get the soil out and distribute it between those 5 big ones in the back that are staying right now this year. Those are set up and those are done. And I need to get some more leaves and branches and stuff to throw in there because they're so big. When you get bigger totes, I know that one's broke, but I got it broke. When you get bigger totes, you have far more space that you have to fill. I mean, think about it. I would have to buy, let's say, 2 bags of potting soil if I was going to do it that way. Then you're looking at about $40, $50 to fill it, and I don't use potting soil. And our soil is not that great. I throw handfuls in there because there's all kinds of minerals and stuff. But I have a lot and clean up. So I'm going to walk around the yard and clean up and get branches and different things in here. I think Gary brought me a bunch of branches too. He was trimming. And then I will top it with this soil and kitchen scraps and leaves and all leaves. You know what I do. All that stuff. And then get that all done, as long as they drain. Now, if they don't drain good, I'll test them. Then I will take it out, put branches, toilet paper rolls, all that on the bottom, any maybe wood, whatever I want on the bottom, because that will keep it to the water from flowing out better. See, the holes are above the ground, so the tree roots don't get into my totes. And once I do that, I will use this because all this matter in these totes here are broken down. They're from last year. And then at the end of the week, they said it's going to be like 90. It could get back into the 100 again. The plastic will be more flexible. If you try to move hard plastic, and this is older totes already, it's not too bad, and it probably still could be done. But I think when it's softer, it's easy to maneuver back, lay on its side when it's empty. I can rinse it out real quick, and then duct tape it. If that's successful, I will go ahead and use it duct taped. I will turn it around and put it up against the wall somewhere. That will give it also a little more support, and I should be able to get another year out of it and see how that works. Now, if I don't like the way it duct tapes, or it doesn't go back, or that piece totally breaks off, then I will probably cut the bottom, make a tray. Still not sure, but I could make a tray, and then I could use the top. I could net it with some tool and trim it so it will sit in one of those totes and protect seedlings. Remember, you got to protect the seedlings because roly-polies get in there, even birds get in there. And these are pretty big enough. I just planted these. I've got a new method. I grew them in the house. And I make lids. It's got tool. See? I know you can't see it, but this has got tool here. I make the lids. Should have a video up on that. I think I do. And you can cover the small totes with the lids. And then once the plants start getting their mature leaves, look at that. then most things don't bother it. I just have to worry about squirrels. Squirrels this year, it's so dry that they don't have a lot of food, so they found out they can eat zucchini leaves and all kinds of stuff. So that's basically it. So that's what I'm going to do. So what's going to happen with the tote? It is not going to the dump, and I'll figure something out. And then if worse comes to worse, I can cut the whole thing apart and make plant labels, because that has been really great. I walk through and I know what's what, and that has been wonderful. So that's what I'm going to do today. Well, today I'm going to continue on with that. Then I'm going to go back in and I'm going to finish the compost tea plant food video I started. And that was supposed to be done. I got sidetracked by going live yesterday for 3 hours. And I want to get more of this up because I'm going to get a lot of plant food set up everywhere. And then I can just reach in and feed the plants all over. Look at the eggplant. They're gorgeous. I keep picking. Oh, look, they got a whole bunch more starting. Be very careful. They have spikes. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It's a big one too. So, oh, there's more back here. Look, look. Let's take the leaves off here. Okay. Isn't that gorgeous? For now, just throw. I don't throw anything away. It's all my soil. Unless it fell on the ground. I can get that or leave it. It doesn't matter. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to get that video done. And then Gary will be out pollinating dragon fruit again. And that's what we're going to be doing. So he's got his thing, and among other things, whatever else we have to do, take care of the critters and stuff. So I love this setup. This setup has been amazing. Remember, if you're going to set something up like this, you want to make sure that you have the totes that are the durable industrial ones, because they can hold a lot of weight. The small ones, they show you in the picture, you can stack 2. You really want to get the ones that are stronger. Their sides are much stronger. You could probably stack them 3 tall without a problem. And that's it. But I really like that, to get the durable ones on the bottom, get some lift on that, and keep the squirrels and rabbits out. And I am tempted at some point. We'll see. Here's the problem. I spread myself too thin. I now have to go take care of those ponds back there. I've got to still work on the chair garden that has decided it's not waiting for me. See, it's not waiting for me. I say, you want to take care of us? We'll do it ourselves. And then here I'm spotting through some more zucchini because I started some more seeds in a new fashion in which I grow. And oh, look at this. Let me walk over here. Oh, cool. So my friend called and said that his chairs are starting to give paint off. Oh my gosh. And he said he was going to throw them out in the trash. And he goes, wait a minute. I know somebody that wants chairs. Look at that. So Gary ran and picked those up this morning. So now we have more chairs to go with all the other chairs we're using. Actually, it doesn't matter. I don't think I can have too many chairs. You imagine the stuff he has picked up in the trash? Because I'm going to put a bunch of chairs in the bird garden. And that's it. I love chairs. I mean, you can put buckets on chairs. You can do all kinds of stuff. I've got 2 chairs here. I'm using the metal ones here. Unless I change them around and use the metal ones somewhere else. I don't know. I like the metal ones there. Got to get this setup done. And that is a special setup. I might work on that later on. And then that I want to get done because I want to get peppers in there. Peppers love it. Oh, looky, looky. I have breakfast. I have breakfast. This worked out so fantastic. And that is tough to do. This is a fig tree that I planted from seed. And sometimes they don't work out good. Well, this one did. This is the purple fig. From seed I grew this in my compost. And it's red inside and it tastes so good. One of my favorites. I actually love the purple ones. All right. So, what did I plant in here? I got another zucchini started in here. I didn't pull the beets out. I'm going to get the beets out. But this I'm going to have to work on, figure out how I'm going to do my watermelon. So have a wonderful day. I'm going to go finish my coffee and get things done, because I know a lot of you are screaming for the compost tea plant food, and I've got it here, but I'm going to set up a 2 system here. I can't use the bucket on the bottom because I brought it over, but I realized that one's got holes in it already, so I need to go find a different blue bucket. Oh, no, yes, I have a blue bucket over there. So I'll swap that out, and the white one's got holes, and I'm going to have another plant food system here. When I first put the totes up, it's so rich with so much stuff in it. And a lot of your plants like tomatoes and peppers and especially watermelon, they really are heavy feeders. So they'll break everything down right away in the totes. All the microbes and everything, they all work together, the plants and the microbes and the earthworms. And then they can use extra food, especially when they're producing so heavily. So it's always good to just have a little plant food, especially it costs nothing. I make it out of my own garden. So I'm going to get all that done. Okay, with that, have a wonderful, wonderful day, because I want to get back in that house and get on that computer and finish that video. Gary's, like I said, he's going to be pollinating dragon fruit again. He did 9 last night, I believe. And I forgot if it was 13 or 16 the night before. I don't know how many he's got. It looks like he'll be doing it every night this week. So that's really cool. We should have a lot of fruit. Okay, I'm rambling. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to finish my coffee. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye.